Hi, everyone. Attorney mediator Chris Capocha back with episode 4 of The Conflict Counselor, entitled The Costs of Conflict. Today, we're going to discuss why it makes dollars and cents, that is, SENSE, to resolve conflict as soon as possible. In my experience mediating everyday disputes, both big and small, I have identified the 6 most serious costs of conflict we should be mindful of. Number 1, the emotional cost. Even the smallest personal and business disputes exact an emotional toll, especially when they end up in court. Not only are there feelings of frustration, anger, and revenge between the feuding parties, but also a general anxiety about the judicial process. And of course, this emotional turmoil manifests itself in, that's right, our bodies. Hence, cost of conflict number 2, the physical cost. Frequently, litigants complain to me of feeling exhausted, even ill from their dispute, especially if it involves friends and family. It's well documented that conflict is a stressor which takes a physical toll on the body, suppressing the immune system and causing all manner of aches and pains. And then, adding insult to this injury is cost number 3, the financial cost. Now, the financial cost of conflict can take many forms. Examples: the loss of referral business from your disgruntled customer, the fee paid to your mental health therapist, the hundreds of dollars in filing and service fees if the dispute ends up in small claims court. And the sky's the limit for attorney fees in the higher court. In a recent case of mine, a condominium owner had a protracted dispute with the condo association about the rental policy. Unbeknownst to him, every email exchange he had with the association was reviewed by their corporate counsel. When the condo owner sued the association over the rental policy, the association countersued for the accrued legal fees, about $17,000. The case is still pending. The bottom line is this: conflict, whether big or small, is expensive. On to the next serious cost of conflict, number 4, the time cost. The time we spend just thinking about our conflict with so-and-so is time spent not thinking about our family, our work, and other truly important things in life. In addition, there is the time lost in argument, in therapy, in court, and away from our job. Conflict is indeed the great consumer of time. Our average lifespan is about 28,000 days. How many hours in how many days are consumed in conflict? Far too many, I'm afraid. Moving on to cost of conflict number 5, the relationship cost. Perhaps the most costly cost of conflict, if you will, is that imposed on our relationships with family and friends. Even minor disputes with those close to us can permanently fracture these relationships. For example, I'm thinking of cases I mediate involving money loans to friends or family members that are not repaid, as agreed by the parties. Now, there may be quite legitimate reasons for the defaults. However, the fact that these cases end up in court means they couldn't be settled amicably. The resulting breach of trust and hostility may damage these personal relationships beyond repair. Trusted and mutually beneficial business relationships are also at risk when disputes arise. And here's the thing about relationships. The key finding of the Harvard study of adult development, the longest, most comprehensive wellness study in American history, is that good relationships keep us happier and healthier. Finally, cost of conflict number 6 is one that we might not readily appreciate. The moral cost. Conflict, in essence, is a turning away from our better selves. Disputes often preempt what I call our transcendent values, like honesty, good faith, forgiveness, and compassion. You know how it goes. In a dispute, we often feel compelled to fight rather than forgive. So, to recap this episode, conflict is a fact of life, but we need to recognize how costly it is in terms of our health, finances, time, relationships, and our very soul. This should be the impetus for us to resolve conflict quickly. Thanks again for listening to the Conflict Counselor. You don't want to miss our next episode, Personal Loans, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. You can listen to and follow the Conflict Counselor on Amazon, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and Facebook. As always, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.